I didn't tell my poem to her out loud, and instead chose one of Nitsami's poems, wanting to share my favorite words that stirred something in me every time I heard them. She reclined her seat, watching me with half closed eyes. You're beautiful. I didn't know you liked these kind of things, she said softly. I smiled, not knowing how to respond. I assumed there were many things about Eva that I didn't know, so I had accepted a long time ago that I would need to navigate around her with incomplete data. It was a pretty common thing to do in every relationship, and humans faced the same challenges as we did. They had it even more difficult, as their memory wasn't as good as ours, and they often forgot past events. I'll try to sleep. Can you wake me up when we're there? She asked, breaking the silence. Sure. I was happy that she finally decided to get some rest. I contacted the station and updated them with our position before I ran through the scenarios we might find at the accident site, then created a contingency plan for them. After I was done, my thoughts went back to the poem, and my cognitive systems looked for anything that I could learn from what I felt. I started to feel lost when things with Eva changed, but I already knew that. The only difference was that I could describe it with different words now, but I still didn't know why the change had happened. Eva suddenly stared in her seat and opened her eyes. How are you? I asked, looking at her. She sighed and poured herself a cup of coffee from her thermal flask. Soon we will reach them, I reassured her, looking out the window into the darkness outside. Are they as lost as I am? The sudden thought passed through my systems, and I said quietly, drifting through the void, cold and alone, not knowing where my harbor lies. Eva looked at me, sipping her coffee. That was beautiful. I didn't know what to think about her compliment, but it stirred something in me, and I wasn't sure if I should tell her that the poem was mine. It bypassed my cognitive functions, and the idea of sharing it made me feel vulnerable, in the same way as any other action that didn't involve my cognitive functions. Yet my systems reassured me that there was no danger in doing so, and the risk of hurting Eva with my irrational action was 0.001%. It came to me when I looked outside. Rhea, she said my name and gazed out of the window. I looked at her, but noticed she was thinking about something and decided not to disturb her. I put my attention on the instruments and scanned the frequencies instead. We should be able to pick up the EPRBs pretty soon, I thought, as I cross-checked my earlier calculations. Soon, their signature appeared on the scanners, and I notified the station about our discovery. Well done, you two. Sven's voice cracked through the radio. I could hear them speaking in the background, but I couldn't understand what they said. According to my systems, they were happy about our discovery. ZSDB49, report when you get visuals. Amin's voice came through the static. ZSDB49, I replied, and Eva chuckled. We did a brief docking procedure and discussed how we would conduct the rescue. If the crew were still alive, we should be able to detect their personal locators as soon as we enter the wreckage. Depending on the model they used, The PLB could also transmit some of their biometric data, which, even if not very detailed, should help us decide our course of action. I left Eva to monitor the instruments and went to the cargo bay to check the emergency medical units we'd taken with us. I really hoped we would not need them, and that both pilots would come out of this accident without a scratch. 67% was a fair chance, but I really wish these numbers were higher. Much higher. I went through the basic medical procedures and checked what our emergency units were capable of when I heard Eva's excited voice. Osiris Station, this is Ceres. Hey Amin, we can see them.